All right, everybody, welcome back to the KSR YouTube channel. We're all checking out NASCAR. She's got some cool stuff going on underneath it. All kinds of neat adjustments and brackets, and you know, we're kind of nerding out on how cool this thing is underneath it. But today's video is gonna be Soccer Mom. So, video a day or so ago, I got her up and running. Now it's time to get the new injectors dialed in a little bit better. And then also we're gonna switch it to methanol. See if we can get that tune worked out. And then I gotta put a Christmas tree back on the thing. So yeah, we got some things to do. Get this pretty car up on the dyno and make some horsepower. I love this car. And yeah, today, the weather report. It got cold. Yesterday when I was at Will's house at night, it was like 76 degrees. Right now, middle of the day, it is now like 55 degrees. I'm cold. I don't like being cold. All right, let's get on the dyno. All right, well, we are strapped up onto the dyno, and it's much later in the day because Mr. Transmission Builder, this guy, I forgot to hook up the manual valve when I was rushing to put the transmission back together. So basically it was always in high gear. As you might imagine, that's a little bit of a problem. So we had to drop the pan off the transmission, fix the manual valve. Don't rush because you make mistakes. Anyways, we're up on the dyno. We went ahead and put alcohol in the tank. Gonna see how these new injectors do. Hopefully we'll make a little bit of power. So the first run here is gonna be 10 pounds of dome pressure. This is a new camshaft. I'm not really sure what it's gonna make for boost at 10 pounds of dome pressure. New camshaft, and also alcohol puts a lot more volume in the exhaust because you've got a lot more fuel going through the engine. So we really don't know what's gonna happen. You're gonna find out at the same time we do. Well, not really, because this happened when this happened live and you're not live. Anyways, let's make a dyno. All right, so I'm switching our boost control to boost by gear instead of boost by time like we normally run at the track. Telling the computer that I only have one gear. So basically when I mat it to the floor, it's gonna put 10 pounds of pressure on top of the wastegates, and then we'll see what kind of power it makes, what kind of boost it makes, what kind of power it makes. And we'll crank it up. Be back in just a second. Golly! Turn the other fan on! Dude, that was smooth. It's squirming around a little up here. That was 857, which seems like a lot for 10 pounds of boost. I don't know what the boost was yet. I haven't downloaded it. That was more than 10 pounds of boost. All right, well, that felt rowdy for only 10 pounds of dome pressure. But like I said, we don't know what kind of boost that is. That was 858 rear wheel horsepower, 857.8. Let's look at a log and see what we got. Which, by the looks of this, I might be downloading the wrong log. All right, so I'm glad that we checked at a lower dome pressure setting than what we normally have to do, because either a combination of the cam or the fuel, probably somewhat both, now the wastegates are not keeping up with the turbo. So that 10 psi of dome pressure at lower RPM is 13 pounds of boost, and by the time it got to 7,500, it was 21 pounds of boost. So 21 pounds of boost, 858 horsepower. Yep. So we're gonna turn it up 5 psi dome pressure. At some point the wastegates should kind of put a clamp on it, but it's probably gonna be up pretty high in the boost, which we never run this thing low on boost. It leaves the starting line at usually about 10, and then on a good track at 6.5 tenths, we're at 30 plus pounds of boost, and then we run out the back door at about 41, 42. So that may all change on alcohol though, because it just may change. We don't know. I know we made 1,300 and change before. I can't remember I think it was 1,300, 1,307. Have to look. So I'm gonna turn up the dome pressure another 5, like I mentioned. See what happens there. And I'm gonna turn it harder. We're gonna turn it 8,000, maybe 82. See what happens. All right, here we go. Alcohol burns a little bit. All right, well, that 5 pounds of dome pressure took us from 21 and change to 28 and change, almost 29 pounds of boost at the top end. Made 953 wheel horsepower. I think we were a little on the rich side, which I would prefer to be, or rather on the lean side. So, gonna make another pull at the same boost, but actually give it some more timing up at the higher RPMs and see what that does for both the dome pressure and the boost. Because typically you give them more timing and they show less boost. It's just something I've seen. Maybe you've seen that too if you do some of this tuning stuff. But yeah, we're gonna give it 2 degrees up top, blend that back down to somewhere probably around 7,100. And that pull was, we turned it 8,400. Actually, it might have been a little higher than that. So, let's see, 8412. So yeah, 8,412 RPM. And the old hydraulic roller. SoccerMom 5.3. Let's tune her up. See if we can make another one. All right, here we go.
Had a couple little bubbles there I wasn't really sure about. Golly, that alcohol's strong. Well, we'll look at a log and then might just take that to the track.
All right, well, up top where I added timing, it picked up, let's see, I think that's 968, 925, might be 58. Either way, it's about, let's say 33 horsepower for, let's see, it's 8,000. That was about 1.5 degrees. So it's picking up good power for the timing, and it actually made less boost, kind of like I thought it might earlier in the video. So I think we're gonna load the thing up, take it to the track. We're gonna do the track rental before the Christmas tree drags, just to see what exactly we've got to do to get the thing back to where it was running before we made the switch to alcohol. Seems like our average power is a lot better, where before we used to start falling off really hard at 7,800 RPM. Now it seems to be pulling basically to when I step off the throttle at 8,400. Maybe right at 84 it started to lean over just or right at 8,400 it kind of started to finally turn over a little bit. So time to go to the racetrack and see what we can do. Appreciate everybody watching and subscribing, following along and all that good stuff. See you guys next time.